Hello, bonjour, good morning. Welcome to Jasiri. What a week we've had on the show. I'm more than excited to be here, not only because it's TGIF, but ladies, you'll have to agree with me that there's just something extra hot about hot topics.
Nikki, so okay. Are you all right?
I'm all right.
Honestly,
I'm all right. What
I am
a
tempted
week.
to just wonder that, Catherine, what is it today? It's not your birthday. Your birthday month passed away.
Isn't that why she did not take us out?
Oh, she didn't even buy us.
She did not take us anywhere.
Oh, you're both wearing black and white.
Why are you wearing black and black with Lolo too?
Exactly.
Well, I had to
because her
alternate
black
myself
is
with
black.
my newly acquired jacket.
Oh my God. Oh, Lolo. Somebody can
Does it feel good? But do you know that a lot of women have a lot of clothing?
Yeah.
But sometimes they forget that we can actually gift ourselves clothing.
Yeah.
But sometimes women have this quirk that she wanted. I'm going to wear it proudly.
Listen.
No, funny enough, do you know so Rotimi asked me that, you and your, I'm like, that's how I am with my friends.
Yeah.
If I buy it, it's not my size. If I can resell it and get some money, I will dash it. Why are you taking up space?
What is it, man? You always buy smaller jackets.
It's my size. I just don't like how it looks on me, and it looks so much better on you.
My sister, this is everybody saying I'm up for gifts. I love it.
Oh my God.
What a week it has been indeed. Tuesday, myself and other filmmakers, we got some insights, about the opportunities that are available beyond Nigeria. I enjoyed that particular discussion. It was really fun. Let's see a little bit of it.
Because I feel like we've actually gone far. We've developed in our look and feel. Like, in terms of how the films look. Breath of Life looked good. There are other movies now that skip my mind, but the cinematography was actually very good. Lionheart, Black Book, Brotherhood. Cinematography was great. It looked good. So I don't think that is our problem right now.
What are we missing?
I think more people need to know that there are actually opportunities outside. I feel like they don't know per se. People should be attending film festivals globally, not just shooting for Nollywood or for Nigeria, shooting for the screens and then hoping that a Prime or a Netflix will pick it up. Go and show your film to the rest of the world.
And we know that there's just a lot in Nollywood. We are excited about the potential. We're excited to see so many filmmakers getting their films on streaming platforms, then even making films just exclusively for streaming platforms. But we also know that there's still a lot of work to be done.
Oh, yes.
There is.
A lot.
Without a doubt.
A lot.
Yes.
For those that are budding producers.
We had we had a conversation yesterday, and let me just tease you guys. We actually spoke to the CEO, the executive director of the National Film and Video Censors Board. You'll get that interview next week because he's in and out of town, and it's a hot interview for Nollywood. You don't want to miss it. But moving on, this week is definitely one for the books. Why did the producer give me this? Now, a week that Nigerians won't forget is the week that has just ended or is in the process of ending. Now, President Tinubu marked his first 1 year in office, and he gave Nigerians a vintage gift. But we'll come back to that. For now, let's take a look at this clip. Removing subsidy as he did was a tough choice.
Yes,
it was.
I agree.
But I just would have wished, because let's not also forget, in a way, the Buhari administration set him up. There was no budget for subsidy past May. Let me lie. Is it? I don't. I'm done.
No, I'm sorry.
So I'll say it's there. We did that. It was a tough decision. A decision that has been years in the making.
Okay.
My problem was there was no plan. You announced, but there's no plan.
Easy to listen like a lecture. You like a lecture.
You people not let somebody land on this table.
Let me
land.
But one thing I always say about this show is that myself, I'm learning. And yesterday I learned a lot. And the good thing about it is you will see that I am either learning, I've never heard it before, or I'm gobsmacked from my facial expression. I'm talking about the GMOs. Now, for the uninitiated, that means genetically modified organisms. I knew that. Now, if you missed the show, then head over to our YouTube YouTube channel for the full episode. By the way, you're welcome, because the insights on GMOs that Dr. Patrick dropped on the show are things that you would pay for on a good day.
The GMO industry always comes in through the back door. They don't come into the front door for open discussion and intellectual analysis by our universities, our professors, by the media. Same thing they did in the US about 30 years ago. They came in through the back door and put their men and women into positions in government, such as in the FDA, which allowed, after scientists within FDA said that these products are not natural and they shouldn't be approved, they brought in powerful people into positions in the FDA who now opened the back door for GMO to come in. It's the same thing they've done here in Nigeria. They don't ever come to the front door because they know their products are problematic globally. That's why so many countries in Europe, including and Asia, Russia inclusive, either outright ban GMOs or don't allow its cultivation. We can bring in the end product.
Can you see? You need to know this is the reason.
Yeah.
The only reason talk about Miss Jasmine. I wish I could take that in French.
I love it.
You know,
Then let the French lady take it.
Jasmine.
Repertoire,
I liked how she said it in. When Lolo speaks, is it Ijebu or Yoruba? now?
Yoruba.
I don't know. When she speaks it, she enters. She really enters. Lolo enters it and sits down on the floor.
No, I like it when my girl just hails me. Anyway, to catch up on any of our episodes, head over to our YouTube channel. It's already there on YouTube. You can watch it. We are News Central, and just search for Jasiri Playlist and enjoy all our conversations. Trust me. We have been giving you back-to-back since we launched. Well, we're taking a break now to usher in our guest. Stay with us because we're coming back.
So welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, you've missed quite some excitement, but don't worry. Our guest is already here in the studio. He is none other than the talented actor, Greg Oje. We call him Teddy Bear. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Is that why you don't know? That's why you don't know the
Teddy don't enter studio. Teddy, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Just
you.
so you know,
Yes.
Catherine thinks you're the best actor in the
She has been talking our ears off about you.
Do It's allowed. This is the thing about being an actor. You can do things that are not on script. You're darling. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Are you not encompassing that in your barely on?
I don't want to block the screen. I want to, you know.
At least we can all rest now that Gregory sits beside us. When we know on this table is closer to Gregory.
Lolo, I got love for you too, baby.
I know.
I got love.
I know, but don't make a jealous.
I'm enough to go around. Who wants some more of me? I want some more. Thank you.
So what
Are we settled now?
I know Lola is burning to ask.
Honestly, I find Gregory very fascinating as an actor.
Yes.
Because coming from someone like me that does film myself, there's very few actors that know acting.
Yes.
Now I know that we just choose people for their pretty faces. Not
Their
really
popularity.
or their popularity.
Social
not
media
about
numbers.
their prowess and their gift. There's some actors you watch and
wants to box
Gregory
somebody.
is one of them. So why the teddy bear though? Is it a chubby thing going on?
So let me see.
On the wall?
Let him answer the question.
Let me bask in that. Let me be
don't just glide over it like
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. Thank God. Yes. Okay. So teddy bear. Okay. Teddy bear originated from my household. My mom used to call me Ted back in the day, Super Ted. If you obviously remember that. Remember that.
We know your age from that.
I'm even nodding my head. I don't know why I'm nodding.
You're nodding. You want to super Ted blessings. I said it.
So, Ted, she and some other close family members picked up that name. And I told myself one day she'll be no more. She's someone who I adore, and I said, okay, this is one way to immortalize her on one part. Then on the other side, Teddy Bear is a brand, that Gregory J. for sells on the screen, Teddy Bear for the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
Did you see how he dropped his? He wanted to drop the voice. You think we did not catch it?
No, sorry.
Take it back to some Luther Vandross. I just heard, I thought I heard a little Luther.
Greg, do you sing? Don't sing, go.
No, sing.
This is the
It
thing,
has rained
man.
today. Can't let him sing.
I feel I can't sing.
You can't.
I can't sing. Yeah, the few times I tried it in the past, it didn't really go well. If you remember the show that even prompted me coming on screen, Don't Forget the Lyrics, back in the day was a singing show. You know, but then you just had to remember the lyrics.
Finally.
So I remember, you know, the Kamal Salah back then.
Yeah.
It's not about the voice. It's about the lyrics. No problem. You know, so I shy away from singing, but I know I have a great talking voice.
But wait, no.
I know, I do voiceovers.
You can't do this. You can't drop this singing thing because there's this thing that's going around social media that if they were going to give you $5 million for one song that you knew, like the first stanza, what song would it be? Don't tell us, sing it.
You're not the girl I used to know. You're a shadow of yourself, but I think I lost you long ago.
It's okay. It's early morning.
And it's raining. And it's a rainy day.
Lagos. That song.
Yes, Dari.
Dari,
That guy is a lovely singer. Dari is lovely.
Okay, let's move forward. So
How did that sound? Was that nice?
it was actually really nice.
Oh my God.
All right, Greg, I'm really glad you're here because we want to get your opinion on this. This week has been that week. Yep. So firstly, for every Nigerian who has stayed tuned since we began today's show, I hail thee. Yes, I hail you. I think that really should be our new style of greeting. So we get into this, you know, what is coming up next. But it's still shocking to a lot of people that President Bola Tinubu signed a bill into law reinstating the old national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee, which was the country's anthem from 1960 to 1978. Now, this decision has sparked a significant debate among Nigerians with varied reactions from political leaders and the public. But I'm not shocked, really, in all honesty, because we dug. Our producers did the work, and they found a video where President Tinubu then, I don't know if he was governor or just a private citizen, said he never really liked the Arise, O Compatriots, I cannot say that word this week. Anthem. Compatriots Anthem. Let's watch this clip.
Yes.
Revealer of secrets.
We are one Nigeria. And we should be proud of our greenback. That is the passport. In fact, if I have my way, I will bring back our old first national anthem. That describes us much, much better. I don't know why we change it. It's about service. It's about diversity. It's about commitment, the value our nation building. So that is my message.
First of all, I want to say thank you to our producers.
It's about living another.
They went to find that video. They went to find out Greg.
Yes.
It's about service.
It's about
unity.
So this was Nigeria at 62, so he would have been he was a private citizen when he was speaking, no longer governor, all this, but of course, he has said what he has said.
One statement caught me there. We should be proud of going back. Yeah, you know, well, he said that, you know. But then, for me, I think, like many other Nigerians, that amongst the problems facing us, to think that the people who should be thinking of how to solve those problems will sit down and be thinking of how to take us back. I think we are backer than ever.
The kind of new words I've been hearing this week.
I don't think we can ever be backer than this.
No. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. This is Nigeria.
If the bottomless pit, it can get worse. I think you can stay and front to look. You are still speaking English. Don't worry. Please. We should be thinking of coming forward now and not going back. Like, the only thing I agree with in that statement for now is Nigeria, we hail thee. Ahelo, in Benin, in the south side, Ahelo. Now, Ahelo is a balance for, it's either you're a very respectful person or you've done something that, it will touch the heart. So Nigeria has touched the heart of many people. I went to buy a bag of rice yesterday.
How much did you buy yours?
I sat immediately the moment I heard the announcement, immediately he finished his speech last year, I just turned off the TV, and I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. I went to buy a bag of rice. At that time, I bought it for 35,000 naira.
Last year.
Last year, exactly, May 29th. was when I made this statement. But immediately I switched off the TV because I knew what was going to happen. Trust Nigerians now, we do ourselves a lot. And I went to buy a bag of rice, 35,000 naira. Yesterday, I went to buy a bag of rice, it was 70,000 naira. And this, coincidentally, yesterday was May 30th. So it means that in under a year,
Or exactly
rice
a year
has
and a
more
day,
than doubled. I got that because they were doing a promo. So rice has more than doubled. So if we want to go back, the only backwardness that we accept now is, let's go back to when fuel was 60 naira, 50 naira. Let's go back to
They want
when...
to be doing hashtag.
Yeah, let's be going back. How about let's go back? Let's go back
back
to when students got scholarships. When you could get what's this thing? A voucher to eat in school. Voucher to eat in school. Let's go back to when healthcare was standard. When people were, there was medical tourism into Nigeria. Not now that everything's going on. Let's go back to when Nigerians. I heard that there were times Nigerians would close on Friday evening, pick a flight to London, go and Jaye, Jaye on Saturday, come back on Sunday night.
Evening.
Let's go back to when the naira was stronger than the dollar.
Even the pound.
Let's go back to when the security apparatus, there was a time at race course, any event, any match, all you needed was a policeman with a baton. One policeman with a baton, and everybody would be checked. Let's go back to when there were no thugs on the streets.
This thing.
Let's go back
A lot
to when...
of hashtag will come from this.
No kidnapping.
It's no kidnapping, no ritualing, no
Electricity was
electronic
stable.
fraud. Like there was a time before they cut the power. You will hear Radio Nigeria announcement. Sorry to interrupt this program. This is to announce that so area will have not have power. This time to this time, and it will come even before the time.
So you know what? There are a lot of conversations about Nigerians needing something to galvanize our patriotism, our loyalty. When we see, when we see other countries and the national anthem comes on, sometimes even you that you're not from the country, you get the goosebumps. You'll be gingered.
Don't go far from football itself.
What is it? Because I've been saying that if we said this national anthem that we just left was not good enough, why are we doing a national competition? Bringing people together. Oh, I'm done, Greg. Sorry. The expression on his face has finished me. So please go ahead. I'm finished.
Well, I can keep talking from now to tomorrow about this issue. You know, it's patriotism. More, for me, it's not about what the country forces you to say.
Or even to pledge as
you
well.
can't, like me, I don't need to go there. Some people don't even remember the now old national anthem. You know, with all the things I have to think about, all the calculations I'm making, I'm in traffic, rather than thinking of, oh, let me buy some stock, or, oh, what meal am I going to have at home? I'm watching my shoulder, are they going to rob me? I'm in traffic, oh God, my fuel that I bought for over 600 naira is burning. Oh, what's happening? What am I, you know, I have so many things to think about. I can't do a 5-year plan because the economic indices are never stable.
You can't do a one-day plan.
What, my dear sister? Then you want me now, at this age, to go and sit down to memorizing Nigeria.
All right, so let me bring this up. We actually got to the streets of Lagos yesterday. I'm preparing you guys for what you're about to watch. There are no preparations. Please just watch this video. We'll be back.
It is not new national anthem, it is an old one. See, the national anthem we are using before Arise or Compatriot was from C.O. C. Achebe, Chinuba Achebe. Then this one they are singing was our national anthem in the olden days, old one. Nigeria, we hailed you. Are we hailing Nigeria for what? Nigeria, we hailed you. Hailing Nigeria, say what happened now. Why go hail Nigeria? Say Nigeria favor me. Madam, let me tell you, I know hail Nigeria. Nigeria, we never hailed you. Hail you for what? Say, all Nigerians here are satisfied. Look at everybody. Frustrated. Nothing is going right here in Nigeria. You are hailing Nigeria. Or guy, they hail Nigeria, say Nigeria are God.
I cannot sing that one. This new one. I cannot sing it because I don't think we want to sing it. Because the person that is bringing the national anthem, I don't think is okay.
This new national anthem that have been there more than 50 years, even the one that they just abolished, after I left school for almost like how many years, 30-something years, you see, that I know that one, but to some extent there are some lapses. The new one, my sister, may you see them now.
I can never sing it, and I'll never learn it. It's a very sad development, and today, to me, it's a very sad day for me. While others are going forward, Nigerians are going back to their colonial past.
I only know Nigeria we AD. I met it in school, but I was in primary 1 then. And when they change it, you know, as children, we don't know much about it, but we are constant with this Arise or Compatriot. And when I know their professor, when they come, they say it's poorly written. That's why they want it. Is Nigeria not poorly governed?
You see this one there, I didn't even know, and I didn't even know about it safe. I'm just waiting to see the write-up, and I have not even seen. All I know is that before we sing Arise, O Compatriots, and O God of Creation, so I don't know the one that is the old one safe.
The Bible says where there's no vision, people perish. National anthem has nothing to do with what is going on in the country, where people are suffering, price of things are being high, and you forgot all those areas.
You forgot all those areas. I laughed though, but it is not a joking matter.
Sad.
It's something we should all, honestly, the reactions I've gotten everywhere is so similar. Everybody is just using different words to express their angst, and like, it's so inappropriate. Do you know they could have done this thing even if they wanted to do it? Maybe like when Nigeria is just jolly and it drops and everybody just takes it like comic relief.
Really, honestly, now who chopped the food they change the national anthem?
You know,
And they tell you. Because they don't have any issues. To be honest, they said that, you know, that's somebody's lifelong dream to go back to the anthem that he liked to hear.
Is it a whim? Are you now doing that
it.
because it's your dream, or you just sat and thought that, okay, I've always wanted to go back to the colonial people who colonized us?
That is the, I think, most painful part for me. You're going back to an anthem that was created by a colonizer. You're taking us back in the 21st century, in 2024, into an anthem created by a colonizer.
The things they loved about the anthem.
Then let's look for those things in a new anthem.
Even if we sing it, the singing of the anthem, does that mean we'll be closer?
No.
Yes, the problem in the East is still festering. Kidnapping and insecurity is still festering in the North.
You can't go to the market with the money you took to the market the day before.
No.
I'm honestly glad, because this literally symbolizes backwardness. Now, he says that we're going back. It's not just the anthem, right? This is backwardness on every angle.
It's not as if you
do not even prioritize the feelings of people. Like, it's like you know what's going to happen, but you don't care, because in your mind, you're using this one to distract people from the situation at hand. So you're literally saying that you don't have control over the country. They've said this thing countless times. If you sold this country, share the money, let everybody go out.
So we have reactions, but we're not going to be able to take those reactions now. A number of people have reacted. Former Minister Obi Ezekwesili. We've also had a representative of the government of Jonathan, also of course, being one of those people who has responded as well. But we need to go on a quick break. When we come back, it's a hot topic special on a Jasiri Friday, and there's much more. A rainy Friday. A rainy one. We can hear it.
Honestly, if you know what really happens when you cannot see, you will hail us in a special way. All right.
Jasiri, we hail you.
Anyway, we all remember Chioma Okoli, the lady involved in the legal tussle with Erisco Foods over her negative review of their tomato mix. She suffered a miscarriage amid the ongoing battle. Her lawyer revealed that the stress from these events has contributed to her miscarriage.
Oh my wow. And so I'm coming back to a question again, and you know we've talked about this. He's charging defamation, slander, she lied and everything. Is that not a civil matter? This is a petition against her that has gone all the way to the IGP. From some of the things we heard, the IGP was the one who asked them to come. We had policemen coming and basically barricading and laying siege to her house a few months ago, and that was when they took her to Abuja. And so she's been remanded back in jail until her bail application, I think, sometime in June. But is this not meant to be a civil matter? Lolo?
It is, because I don't know what criminal matters, what criminal charges they have against her.
Yes.
Well, do you know that when I think of this story, this is the story of David and Goliath. This is all those big company, one individual. Honestly, it's a bit stressful to believe that she's still battling this. This is something, I just feel like it's victimization on all grounds by a company that she just made a comment about her own personal opinion of their product. It's not like, oh, she went on social media and said, boycott the use of this particular paste, he's killing people, there's this, there's that. She just said he had too much sugar. Isn't that what she said?
That's exactly what she said.
So it wasn't like she said, oh, this tomato paste kills people.
So I went to look for it. She's being prosecuted by the police, under Nigeria's Cybercrime Act over the review of her tomato paste. Now, the Federal High Court in Abuja has also remanded her in prison after she was arraigned for alleged defamation against Irasco Foods Limited. It's the police prosecuting this case. There are just so many questions, but aside from that, we talked about in terms of crisis management. This was an opportunity for a company that's not really regularly in the limelight to use a bad review for free publicity. So there are so many other ways
they could have just come to her and say, oh, maybe we're so sorry.
Let's educate you. Come to our factory.
This is what we do. You know.
This is what happens when you try to display power, and you know that your power gives you, like, basically gives you influence. Your money gives you influence, especially in Nigeria, because obviously it's a personal vendetta. The man came out and said that he will do everything in his power to make sure that so. Saying now that the police
but he's doing everything in his power, and everybody that should not let that happen is watching it happen.
Yes.
So what would we do when we actually have something against a company? There are products that people have brought on social media, opened it and saw worms in it, saw some black stuff in it. I had opened a teething powder when my children were still young. That one we used to rub on their hair. It was black like charcoal.
Oh boy.
And I'd been giving my children. So imagine if there was social media then, and I brought that product out, would I be persecuted
this way,
victimized this way? It's just so I'm so sad. I really wish that this impacts more negatively on them.
I'll give you some feedback on that because there's a coalition that's coming together. But Greg, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yes, like she rightfully said, this would have been an opportunity for the company to have just come out. Oh, too much sugar. Take people into their factory, show them how we process these things. Bring a scientist, get some people, even if it means people have to pay, whatever. I said, no, the sugar, maybe she has an extra sensitive tongue or something. Or, okay, if you think it's too much, we're sorry, we have this, we're going to introduce a new brand for people like you. So many positive directions to go. But what stops, like, I don't understand our democracy. A democracy, on one hand, that wants to go back to an anthem that is colonial, that has gone, and also a democracy that does not really allow the so-called freedom of speech. I chop something, I don't like them, or rather, I see something inside. I went to my platform, I said, this is what I saw. Finish. I'm not telling you, don't take it or take it. It's left for you to go and taste it. Then one man now comes out, pulls out all the devices, and is tormenting my life.
This is not the first time.
The authorities are watching?
Even with the press, right, with journalists, we see this a lot. They always say, it's jokingly, but it's true. Freedom of speech is okay, but your freedom after speech is not guaranteed. Recently, we had a story of a guy who published a paper or something. Yes, the information there was a little misleading. It was false. They sent a message. The lawyer sent a message asking for an apology. You have asked for an apology. They've withdrawn it. They've apologized. And the next thing, soldiers are laying siege in the wife's it was literally kidnapped. They camped around her shop for days and then used her as a bait to get the husband, took him to Abuja. For days, they couldn't find him. It took two people to keep asking, not just two people, like a group of journalists to keep asking for his release before they let him out. And then they say that we have freedom of speech.
And then what is that? Isn't that just abuse of, is it ego? Are we a very egoistical people? And that's because there's power within your reach, you now abuse it. And we abuse it because you know private individuals.
I just hope she's properly lawyered up, because if she gets a proper lawyer, honestly...
No, I trust her lawyer because we know him, he's worked in certain cases. Because there's a fundamental human rights violation suit coming. I'm just trying to put myself in her shoes as a woman.
Lost a baby.
Losing a baby in prison, in custody. So let me say this, because it came into my WhatsApp before the show. So there's now a coalition of over 300 women's groups that are calling for a boycott of Irasco products. Now, they're calling on all Nigerian women to join them. There's a hashtag now using the hashtag boycott Irasco with immediate effect because of the continued harassment and detention of Chioma Okoli, the insufferable stress stress and trauma that has been inflicted on her since September 2023. This case has gone international.
Yeah.
As it's been picked up by the international press as well. Loss of earnings and livelihood due to her inability to work and provide for her family, apparent risk and threat to her life, flagrant abuse of human rights, and also being subject to constant litigation for exercising her freedom of speech and expression and freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart information without interference. They're concerned about her ability to get justice in a country with a reputation for compromised justice. So there's a lot. And one of the questions that we end up having to ask at the end of this day, for the company, is this worth it? You've done more reputational damage to yourself than her initial post ever did.
You cut your nose to spite your face. I don't understand.
Yeah.
What are they getting out of this?
Because I know that a lot of sensible people, I probably would never touch the product because I'll be afraid.
So you see, that's
why would I
that's my
touch such a
problem with
product?
Nigerians. Because a lot of times, once something comes up like that, you see everybody, solidarity, ditch the product
for 3 days.
After 3 days, you see people going back. The other time they were campaigning, unfollow this person, you see massive. Before you know, the followers are back up. I'm like, Nigerians, which way now? Which, like, pick a side.
It's not my place. I'm not the one that...
And for me, it's the double standard. Because Sua was here the other day.
Yes.
A pregnant woman and her husband harassed her, beat her up. And then the police said they could not arrest this woman because she's pregnant. And here you are, assaulting someone for how many months now, since September, who was pregnant.
And she lost her baby in the process.
I wonder how this even impacts on her family.
Her marriage.
Her marriage. You know, that this can crack a marriage because the man will be like, if only you had kept quiet, all this, and it can even impact the guy's job. You know how Nigerians can begin to drink water for what is not their business at all. Before you say, this man now is worth litigation, I don't want it to bring bad press to our company. He can lose his job.
Yes, of course. And towing the line where you said Nigerians may it might work in the reverse. I doubt. The only way to work in the reverse is if the company crashes their price. Because unfortunately now, the economy in Nigeria is just pushing people to get the cheapest, most affordable thing. But as long as the company price is the same with others or not the lowest, Nigerians will not go back. Those who are aware, those who are knowledgeable, those who are enlightened enough to understand the dynamics of this whole thing they are doing, they won't take it. Because this is, there's nothing wrong with speaking.
No.
There's nothing wrong with speaking. And even if, so that's why you need good PRO in firms.
Yes.
Even if you can actually come out to say nonsense. Just turn it around.
Yeah.
When life throws you lemons, you make lemonade.
But right now, even those that know these people personally will look at them negatively. Like, how can a CEO of a company do this to
make it a personal mission
woman?
now.
A woman. Don't you have a wife? Don't you have a daughter?
Don't you have a
mother?
A pregnant woman.
And a major part of those that buy your product are women.
Sellers are women.
So at the end of the day, we here at the Jasiri table, it is his right to reply. You have a right to defend your product. But the process of defense of this product since September 2023 is something that we stand against. If it's defamation, it is a civil matter. The police need to tell us why they're the ones prosecuting this case, why she is still in custody. If you want to take her to court and say, prove your social media post, do that. But in the way and manner in which it has been handled, it is one that at the end of the day is costing your company more and it's costing the criminal justice system another black stain on its reputation. I think we need to move forward.
Yeah.
And even if they change their name, Nigerians will find out.
They'll find
They will find out. So do the right thing.
I trust you.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
And honestly, this is not just for the owners of the brand as well. It is for our justice system, our judicial system, the executives. Because if they know that they have the backing of these people, everything we say is just falling off. It doesn't matter to them because they know that they're going to get away with it. But anyways, our next story is around the infamous social media influencer, Saida Bodge.
Thank you for the use of that word.
She's had her accounts on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram taken down following her controversial comments about men and relationships. Let's see what the buzz is about.
What is that? I cover my cheek face. What? Whatever he sends to you, whether it's hair, food, anything, it should be worth at least 500K for a start.
Please, where did they agree that the list of the thing you must spend in talking stage has to be 500,000? Is it in the Nigerian constitution? Who agreed it?
Nobody has to agree. That's our rule. Like, we are aware of who we are right now. Most times, girls who are like naive, they want it, but they cannot ask the guy. They cannot say it. And they end up asking their friends that, should I ask this guy? Should I be this guy? I think it's too early. But as a girl, if you know what you want, tell him. If it's not for you, then he goes. Another guy comes. There are so many guys who are willing to spend money.
Now, are you guys in the WhatsApp?
Hey.
First of all, please speak for yourself. It's not our... Okay, so following that, Budge's statement, which was perceived as offensive and inflammatory, has led to so many criticisms, as you've seen online for a while. And then following up on that, I saw a post where she said, and I quote, "I said what I said. You will be happy to have a daughter like me in your family." And she also went ahead to say that if they take down her post, she will get it back 10 times.
Oh, wow.
If they call her again, she's going to say what she said again. So she's not sorry for what she said. You need to look into yourself.
Men are thirst traps. I mean, thirsty.
Thirsty, yeah, man.
Drop the cup.
Hey. Oh.
Teddy, what do you think?
Oh, Gen Z. Well, freedom of speech, like we said. But just like they say, drink responsibly, you speak responsibly as well. Use your freedom wisely. Your freedom to speak should be accompanied with sense. I don't, you see, there's just this moral decay that has been, you know, that's why he said, we can't go back at this, you know, we were quick to remind you that.
Careful what you say.
Because I've noticed that with each generation, you remember how our parents would say, "Oh, you children of nowadays."
Yes.
Their parents before
They did not know the children.
you know,
The children that were coming.
I'm like, these children of nowadays, and some are already saying it. So it then means that with each generation, we see a new, different crop of nasty behaviors. I don't know how, it's just, I can't blame her totally. It is the environment I blame.
Yeah.
This moral decay, the educational system has gone down the drain. Everybody's so busy trying to cater for their kids that they can't barely. Social media is accessible, and I know it's supposed to be free, but I think at some point there should be some kind of restriction, some control, some regulation. Because any organization without structure is doomed. You need structure.
But you'll be shocked, Gray, that she will have, from maybe 4,000 followers she will skyrocket to over 100,000.
Are you even talking about just the followers? Let me shock you. This girl, there's a popular reality show that we know now. This is their audience. This is who they're looking. This is, I don't want to call the name, but this is the material they're looking. I will not be shocked.
1.3 million
I will not be shocked if I see her on that show next year.
26
because that's what they're looking for.
Because you know,
she knows her audience.
I hear you guys. But at the same time, I understand that we are a weird people in this country. Everyone's coming for her, but they're all in her DMs. So whatever she's saying, there's some truth to that.
So let me pick up from there, because whilst I've seen the backlash, I never actually saw the initial video, but Sean Kuti has actually come to her defense. After the backlash that she's received, he criticized the harsh reactions and believes that women are attracted to wealth, similar to Budge's statement. Now, he suggested that the backlash was fueled by jealousy towards a woman who has openly expressed her desires and preferences. Let's see what he had to say.
You know, go talk to man, we no get 100 million, 20 million. When you vex, I don't understand it. How can we vex when the girl says that, but we are not angry when a man is talking about it, even in music? Say one give girl something worth 20 million, in they give girl something worth 30 million, in they give girl things worth 50 billion, then they give girl things worth 100 million, then they give girl this one, they give girl that one, and the girl now comes and say, that is what I want you. Suddenly all of you will jump on this girl neck. Why you are supporting that message at the same time? So is this madness ni? I don't say ati Yahweh ni. No, are we going mad? I don't understand. One day we are all singing together that we want to give girl 100 million. We want to give girl 50 million.
Honestly, put
30 million for the account.
They are truths to this thing. Honestly, men openly talk about women. The only thing I would fault is she just talked about, she should have stuck to herself.
Yes, a personal opinion.
Me.
For me.
But speaking for the general public can be a little more It's too wide.
But
Well,
you
maybe
guys
she
are
has-
missing the conversations that happen. So after this, 2 days ago, there was a conversation on social media on Spaces about the billing culture, about how now girls, when you're in the talking stage, within the first week or so, you're either asking for maybe his phone, maybe it's a loan, is it too early to ask him to give me this amount? There's a reason that it has become this situation. I'm not saying it's fine, no. If you find the guy that will bill, because I don't think she's talking necessarily and lying. Maybe some of the songs might be exaggerated, I don't know. But I don't doubt that there are people in her DMs offering her money.
I know. I was going to say that it's not even just about the billing culture. We were talking about the other day that men enable this.
Yes.
People, you don't necessarily have to wait now for women to bill men. Men are offering.
I get money past your
come, let
papa,
me give you 500K, and then speak. It will be hard to speak for herself if her circle is like that. Everybody, if she has 10 friends and all of that happens to everybody, she's like, okay, that means this should be the regular standard.
We were speaking about it in makeup before we came here, so the talking stage issue. But then also, you're having men or young men, whoever, I don't know if it's a generational thing, who are expecting wife behavior.
From
the thing is, say if you come to the house and you meet dishes in his sink and he's a boyfriend, you need to wash the dishes and clean the house and cook for him. So what are we saying?
Let me tell women, I would say that if this billing culture is a thing, then please, females, you stop that thing that we are not commodities. Because if you are billing a guy, you are selling yourself as a commodity. It's a transaction.
They don't mind being sold as commodity.
Then let them leave the chats of people that are not commodity.
Let's hear Greg.
Let's hear Greg's thoughts on this. To get to this point that we are not chattels.
No, people don't fight with you. You are fighting on your own.
So now we're going back to that time that men see us as part of furniture. They buy.
So have you been billed?
Me? Have I been billed?
Are you being billed?
Are you being billed?
Let us save you.
I don't put myself in such a billable situation. I'm a very, very intelligent person, so I'm careful with the kind of people I relate with. You know, and if you just make the attempt. I probably would say I was billed back in the days of buy me a recharge card. You know,
that's what it started with. Urgent 2K.
It matured to 2K and all that. It's crazy.
But how about your friends? I mean,
my friends.
When you guys have this conversation,
I don't mean to. I'm not trying to, flatter myself or whatever. I don't have such friends.
Yes.
I may know one or two people like that, but my real friends, we share a certain kind of mentality.
And that's what Blessing was saying.
I don't know, but there are certain things we see now because we sit, we talk when we're relaxing or having drinks, and we share this common, do I say, awkward feeling around the things that happen with the... I know there are great Gen Zs. There are some great Gen Zs that blow my mind in the tech world and all that, but it seems like we see a majority of them doing things. And one thing I like to say to my colleagues, both in the movie industry, but especially in the music industry, I beg you, no vex, no be quarrel. Upon who much is given, much is expected. The moment we decided to enter this field, whether we like it or not, we made ourselves role models to a lot of people. So you can't say, I don't send anybody. By being who you are, people have made you role models. So please, I beg you, there are some things you should do in your private. Don't smoke your weed on your life. Your lyrics, if possible, without those lyrics, your song will sell.
My brother, have you tried sensory music? I work with the kids at the station on the side. It's either the music is, if it doesn't have terrible lyrics, it's suggestive from
beginning to end. The music videos, and we objectify, unfortunately, so many music videos objectify women.
Against
smoking.
We're going there. Glamorization.
You see what they are doing? So I think, a lot rests on us. Because growing up, I was influenced by the kind of things I watched. And then there were good things. You had this mad competition, telematch, and some things like that. We had Television 101, and things that would, that were positive. Some of these reality shows, I beg you, let's do something that will encourage education, knowledge, something positive.
So the the stone in the Kenya, the problem in this is the fact that, as she said, one, she has her circle, but she has her audience. And let's agree that we unfortunately are the ones who are responsible for creating some of these pseudo celebrities. There are people who should not be celebrities, who should not be in a position to have their videos go viral, to influence, but we as a society,
and
exactly, that we're debating.
Organizations that fund them.
And I won't even
you throw your weight behind this
That is what annoying thing. I must say these brands, they are brands that I've seen give endorsements to certain people, and I sit and wonder, how? Why? Why? What are you encouraging?
A lady came out the other time and she was like, brands need to do better. A brand signed her, and then she decided, to go the modest way. She was no longer dressing a kind of way, and then they just dissolved their partnership.
Because they were not getting the numbers.
Exactly.
They were not getting the engagement.
And
so it's going back.
Yes, and I honestly agree with what he's saying. These days, like the role model culture, now I think to even call someone a role model is scary. Because now you're smoking weed and the funny thing is this generation, nobody really smoke, now really high. Imagine if we're now the ones smoking.
Yes. So we need to check the things we do, the flashy lifestyles we put out there, the lyrics in our songs.
Some of these, we all know some of these reality shows that you wonder, some people, they
didn't call you a name.
So please, I will say this. We've all heard what we've said, but this goes back to us parents. We are responsible. We're the first influences our children will see. Watch what you want to watch, but if your children are around, cut it off. And I say to you, like if you go to some eateries are showing the videos that should not be seen. If you know that your audience is a family audience, children can walk in at any time. It is everybody's responsibility to be a gatekeeper.
And I tried to walk up to the DJ. Are you okay?
We have to go. Wait, Captain, before we go, we are losing a member of our team today. Cynthia, today is her last day. One of our interns, our NYC girls that have been helping us behind the scenes. And we want to say a very, very big thank you to you, Cynthia. We love you. We wish you the very, very best in all of your future endeavors. And we'll always be here for you. You always have a family here on Jasiri.
We want to say a big thank you to Greg Ojefwa, the real life teddy bear, guys. The real life teddy bear, for coming on the show. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure. We hope you enjoyed yourself. It's always a pleasure. And such with you, ladies. Let's do it again on Monday. Bye,
Have a good weekend.